Hi guys, Lazarus Michaelides here for our first lesson. This is going to be a sight reading lesson on reading 8th notes and 16th notes. Now if you take a look at the lesson you got on the Facebook page, and if you look down to exercise 3, I know a year ago if I ever saw a piece of music like that I would freak out. I'd get very scared. I wouldn't know what to do, how to read it, how to count the rhythms, how to say anything. I just did not know, and it scared the hell out of me. But this lesson I'm going to do is what I've been working on over this last year and has helped my sight reading immensely. Now this is called phonetic learning, where we put words to the rhythms that help us understand how the rhythm sounds, how it should be played. And this is the lesson we're going to have today. And if we just play a simple 8th note pattern along with a drum machine. They are 8th notes set to that tempo. And again, you know, if you see these with lots of different pitches being played with them, 8th notes can be daunting to read, especially if it's at a fast tempo. But the word I use to help me talk out 8th notes is the word taxi. Now if you look at the sheet you've been given, it's the top one where it says 8th notes. And you can see under every half a beat, you see taxi. Taxi, 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 taxi. It's an even word that spreads out over the beat and makes it easier to sound out and play 8th notes. Taxi, 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 taxi. Taxi, 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 taxi. So that's the word we use for 8th notes. Give that a little practice, pause the video, go over it, make sure you get every note in time, make every note very even, and get it properly in time. That taxi, 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 taxi. Get your 8th notes flowing nicely and evenly. The next one we're going to do is 1 8th note and 2 16th notes in a beat. Now the word I use for this one is blackcurrant. Now the same principle applies. It's just one beat, but we're spreading out the rhythms over an 8th note and 2 16th notes. And again, it can look daunting to see a music. If you know the BPM's quite high, it can look daunting to see these type of rhythms over a beat. But if you use the word blackcurrant and sound it out, it can be much easier and much nicer. This is the second system down on the first bunch of 3 systems, 8th plus 16th notes, and they sound like this. And talk them out. This is how I learned and how I got my reading better. Blackcurrant, 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 blackcurrant. Now we'll slow it down a bit. Blackcurrant, 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 blackcurrant. That's the one I use for the 8th and 16th notes. Again guys, if you have your own word that fits in with this, then use it. The next lesson I'll do, where we'll do 4 16th notes, there's a variety of words you can use for it. Now we're going to go on to the third system down of the first line, 2 16th notes plus 1 8th note. So it's the other way round from blackcurrant. Take blackcurrant and reverse it, and this is how it sounds. This is the third system of the top line repeated. just like the 8th note if it's fast, and just like the 8th note and 16th notes, this can be daunting. If there's some articulation, you know, maybe one of the notes has to be staccatoed, it can look daunting to a sight reader who's new to reading. Now the word I use for this one is lemonade. It fits nicely over the beat. Lemonade. And so I'll play along and say the words for this rhythm. Lemonade, 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 lemonade. Again, guys, if you've got your own word that fits into that, then use it. You know, these are just words that I use that have helped me. So what I'd like you to do now is go away, practice them in time, make sure all the notes are even, make sure you're hitting the rhythms nicely, and now we can take a look at the exercises. So let's take a look at exercise 1. I'll play it through for you, okay? I'll play it through whilst saying the rhythms, and then I'll play it through after. It's the whole point of the exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Taxi, lemonade, taxi, blackcurrant, lemonade, taxi, lemonade, blackcurrant, taxi, blackcurrant, taxi, lemonade. So you see, by simply saying words over the beats and rhythms that fit, it can make it a lot more easier for a piece that looks quite daunting. So now we're going to move on to exercise 2. Now what I've done is I've used the same rhythms from exercise 1 and the same rhythms we've learned, taxi, blackcurrant and lemonade, and I've put them, but I've applied a different note per different rhythm. So the 2 16th notes and 1 8th note, or as I call it lemonade, is a C. The 1 8th note and 2 16th notes, or as I call it blackcurrant, is an A. And the 2 8th notes, or as I call them taxi, are a B. This is how it sounds. Now I'll say them along. Lemonade, blackcurrant, lemonade, taxi, blackcurrant, taxi, blackcurrant, lemonade, blackcurrant, taxi, taxi, blackcurrant. Again, the same principles apply. Say the word to the rhythm. For this exercise, you know that every time you see lemonade, blackcurrant or taxi, you know which note you have to go to. Now we're going to move on to exercise 3, which is a little bass line I wrote based on the A natural minor scale, or A Aeolian as some may call it. This one you're going to have to say the words along with the rhythms. Like the last exercises we've done, do it and it will help. But this is how it sounds. Thanks guys, I've been Lazarus Michaelides. If you have any questions regarding this lesson, if you'd like to request a topic for my next lesson or for a lesson in the future, my details are all on the last photo. You can find me on Facebook, email me, get in contact with me somehow guys over this. Have a great week guys, and I'll see you soon.